Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, we're going to get started on another beautiful day. See a lot of our temperatures this morning starting right around 50 degrees. This afternoon, I think we get right near 80, so maybe just a touch warmer than it was yesterday. I don't think there'll be as much of a breeze today. There was less of a breeze yesterday than on Monday, and I think today the wind's even a little bit more calm. And then this afternoon into overnight tonight, I think those temperatures start to stay up just a little bit higher, but still pretty pleasant for our Thursday, before I do expect to see things get a little bit warmer, a little bit more humid heading into the upcoming weekend. Not much cooking satellite radar composite style, not in our part of the southeast. Here's a little line of clouds and showers up through parts of the Tennessee Valley and the Virginias. Now that's where that next boundary is. It's trying to make its way south, but it's running into this high pressure, and it likely will continue to run into this high pressure and not be able to make a whole lot of progress, not today at least. It's 48 at the Tallahassee airport. It's 51 in Valdosta. It's 52 in Thomasville. You know, I call that 50-ish, a couple degrees either side of 50, and that's probably where most of our temperatures are going to stay. The dew point numbers also 50-ish. And if there is a little bit of a breeze, it's got more of a southwest component to it, which usually would start to bring in slightly warmer and more humid air. And I think that's what's going to happen, although the breeze will twist a little bit more back towards the straight west later on today. A few more numbers around the area. The warmest spot I see, Moultrie at 55, Perry's close at 54. And it's down to 46 in Blakely, while it's 48 for Quincy, like that 48 in Tallahassee. So many spots, though. We're talking just a couple of degrees either side of 50. It's not breezy, and it's not going to be today, but I do think that breeze has a little bit more of a southwest and a west component to it. We'll look for some patchy fog now that there's just a skosh more moisture in the air. And places like Bainbridge, like Quincy, like Tallahassee, we're talking 4 or 5 miles. I'm not expecting thick fog out there, but we could certainly find at least some patchy fog. That boundary to the north is there. There's actually some energy trying to get itself organized way out west towards the Rocky Mountain states. What will happen over the next 2 or 3 days is high pressure hangs in there. This boundary to our north tries to push a little bit more south, runs into some resistance, and now as some energy gets going a little further to the west, it all starts to move a little bit. And maybe as we head towards the weekend or the beginning of next week, we'll get a little surge of warmer air. Whatever's left of this boundary sort of drapes through the area. I don't think it's going to do much for us, and I don't expect any kind of significant pushes of new air coming this way. But maybe as we head into the early part of next week, we'll see if we get a little warmer, a little bit more humid, a little bit more unstable, and maybe then we start looking for showers. There's still a lot of maybes. At this point, Futurecast shows us this circulation right here. That's that higher pressure doing its best to keep that boundary off to our north. And any new energy, any new shower chances, still way off to the north and west, and really not making a lot of progress anytime soon. So I don't expect any big changes here. We'll just slowly and gradually start to warm up and get a little bit more humid, but this is the end of April, beginning of May. We're supposed to be in the lower to mid 80s for highs, and I think we're going to start getting there. On the Gulf today, pretty good conditions with the winds less than 12 knots and the seas less than 2 feet. So that's what the boaters are looking for. 40s and 50s, we'll call it clear and comfy cool this morning. The sunrise is now officially 7 a.m. I think we'll shoot for 80 this afternoon, maybe a couple degrees either side. Maybe some of the cooler spots stop at 78 or 79. Maybe some of the warmer ones get to like 81 or 82. But all things considered, another really nice afternoon. Mostly clear tonight, mid 50s, maybe a few lower 50s. So still really comfortable. And as we get going into the upcoming weekend, sure, the afternoon temperatures want to get to the mid 80s, and we'll notice a little bit of humidity, but it's not going to feel like it did last weekend when it was so humid and when we got to 90. So we're not talking that. But I do think this really nice stretch of weather lasts for another day or two before things do start to warm up at least a little bit.